Hi, I'm Josh Katzenstein here with Amos Morale. Just got done watching Saints practice, which was the last practice of training camp. So the guys get to move out of the hotel, they get to go see their families again, and then this week they will be in Orange County to practice against the LA Chargers. But Amos, it was a pretty good practice today. I mean, I think we saw a lot of highlights on both sides of the ball, but who really stood out to you?
Well, obviously, you got to think about Ben Watson. Looked like he made several really nice catches, one-handed touchdown grab in one set of the drills. Was getting open, showing that he's still very much going to be a factor this season.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, at 37 years old, I mean, he's really, fighting Father Time, but it wouldn't look like it based on what he's doing. And since he got back from that injury that held him out for like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, I think he's looked really good every day. Marshon Lattimore had a couple interceptions today off Drew Brees. I thought Demario Davis looked really good, especially in coverage. So obviously, they're just trying to get better each day, show some progress, and this should be a good opportunity for them to test themselves for a couple days against a different team.
Well, yeah, and that's one thing a lot of the players we talked to after practice said they're very excited to kind of get to go against somebody in a different color jersey. Breaks up a little bit of that monotony of just the typical practice. So they're going to have some real challenges. You're going to see some good battles, obviously, in the offensive line. Ryan Ramczyk and Teron Armstead are going to get to go against some pretty elite edge rushers, and Joey Bosa and Melvin Ingram. So should be some good battles out there.
Yeah, I think that'll be the highlight for me, is just seeing, the Saints O-line, which we just heard Mark Ingram say that he thinks is the best from left to right in the NFL, going against, a really great pass rush. It's not just Bosa and Ingram. They've got some really stout defensive tackles on the interior as well. But after what we've seen for the first two preseason games, I mean, is there anyone that you're going to keep an eye on in that third preseason game just to see, if they're, fighting for that roster spot?
I mean, obviously, you got to look at the interior defensive linemen, Devereaux Lawrence, Taylor Stallworth, Woodrow Hamilton. All those guys have put some really good tape out there between these first two preseason games. So you're going to want to see if they can carry that over, keep that consistency, because that's going to be a big factor for them as they're trying to fight for a roster spot.
Yeah, I totally agree. That's number one for me, because I think people forget that last year that fourth defensive tackle actually played a huge role, whether it was John Hughes or Tony McDaniel. That guy was on the field pretty regularly, like 10 to 15 snaps a game. So whoever, is behind Davison, Rankins, and Onyemata is going to have an opportunity to play a legitimate, role on this defense. And then the other guy, I think Jonathan Williams, just because he played pretty well in the first two games, so we'll see if he can be the guy that fills in while Ingram is out. But we'll have plenty more information for you at NOLA.com, the review of practice today, and then more stuff in the Times-Picayune tomorrow, and we'll come to you next week from California.